and started from the small grind, turned it up major. I remember all the hard times, that's what made me greater. Done departed from the haters, got no time, see you later. Always finish what I started, that's what I call major. No, I'm major.
Chipotle!
Let's save together, episode 9.
Yeah!
Word. The earnings is doing pretty good.
Crazy. Definitely one down, one up for this week. The 70-30 in full implementation.
Yeah, so. 70-30 strategy, IV strategy, and, just let everyone know we're indoors today. It's raining in Philadelphia today, so it's really... I had cats and dogs out there.
Had a feeling Monday that it was going to rain because it said on and off. So I'm like, yo, you know what? Let me just rearrange the whole house, move everything in a completely different place, and set it up in the crib. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Chipotle's up after earnings. It's popped up almost to 60. Then now it's cooling out around 55, 56.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're going to see where things go. Shout out to everybody that was in the Discord that received the play.
Steal.
We bought call debit spreads. We bought the $52 calls, and we sold the 57s. $500 spread. We got in there for about $165. So, probably going to see close to a 200% return on those. One-day trade. We're not always going to be right, but we'll tell you this. We're going to bet whatever we tell you guys. And we're always showing proof in the Discord about everything we do. So we encourage you to sign up for the Discord. The Discord is still at the $24.99 stage. We have not signed up a full 75 people on that side, on the gold membership side. So we still have room there.
I mean, even like just the couple people in there, like it's definitely the beginning of it all right now, and we even got a new little strategy, just the smart ball, just maybe something we're not 100% on, but something we're thinking about. But either way, the IV and the 70-30, like there's even someone who followed us, and he really got to learn, like just like how we're learning and putting everything into place. Like Tesla went down. And we thought it was going to go up.
Yeah,
so
we kind of had a feeling it was going to go down. I mean,
we're kind of Tesla bulls.
Yeah,
so
we're Tesla
hard
bulls, so we got caught being bulls. But, sometimes when large cap stocks are up so much in such a short period of time, let's say 60, 70, 80% up, you got to think when earnings come up, doesn't really matter what's going on. It's probably going to get clipped.
Yep.
So, that's what happened to Tesla.
And then the same thing even with stocks that are, up. Or even down, I should say. If they're down, like how Chipotle's down 20%, or it was.
Yeah, down 20-30%.
Now it just spiked back up. That's a smart ball, preliminary.
Well, I mean, like you have to look at Chipotle also. Chipotle's was down before earnings 20-something%, like 22-23%. And what has changed about the fundamental business of Chipotle? Absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And we were speaking about it before we recorded, like, yo, bro, Tesla kind of had a bad earnings, but Chipotle has been beating the numbers out the park every quarter. Yep. Every quarter the revenue is going up. They continue to open more stores. They just opened up a store in Dubai that we was talking about?
No. They actually just opened up another store in the Middle East, and then Q4 they're going to open up something in Dubai, which is going to be pretty crazy. I mean, honestly, we can even break them down real quick. They were expecting 32 cents. Earnings per share, they got 34. Their income went from like 455 million to 341 million. The sales are up 18%, and the traffic even increased 8%. I'm laughing because I'm like, you would have thought how the stock was performing, like it was going down, but like you said,
that was net income you're talking about, right?
Yep.
So went up from what you said, 300 and
it was 300. Like 40 million, and then went up.
So like 340, and it went up to like 450.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously revenue's up, the net income's up. There's more traffic to the stores. I don't think they're having portion problems because we've been getting Chipotle, and those portions have been husky.
Ever since the past 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, like the past 2 weeks is like the CEO is just out here like, yo, give them more portions, give them bigger portions.
This is not a regular portion either of guac. This is about a $20
this is like
bowl.
A customized guacamole bowl. I totally forgot about this. I've been eating guac all day, right?
I went into Chipotle today. She's like, "Are you a YouTuber?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am. I guess I am. I guess we are now. We put it on YouTube." But
I guess we are, right?
They opened 52 stores this quarter, bro.
Really?
Heavy. He was just sitting there talking on CNBC, and then they're planning on opening.
Brian Nickel.
Yeah, they're opening 285 to like 300 something stores this year. That's the goal.
Yeah, no, so like Chipotle's a gold mine. Like just like we said about a month or two ago, we felt like it's gonna be one of those companies that's probably gonna be bigger than McDonald's sometime in the future. Mm-hmm. Not anytime in the near future, but we're talking long term here.
I bought on the dip today too. I already knew. And it was
all right, so let's just talk about the dips, right? The Nasdaq, worst day since 2022. Like, I couldn't help but buy
Tony screaming at the TV, yo, this is crazy. Like,
yeah, I mean,
all day it was just kept going.
Like, I was trading futures. I was down like 5K, and then I came back a little bit and exited all my trades down 1K on futures. And I'm like, yo, like, you know what? It's okay. I'm up 10K on futures in the past 5 trading sessions. I lose 1,000 one day. No biggie.
So the Nasdaq really being down like that's pretty like. I mean, Tesla had a good amount to do with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean,
Tesla's worst day since 2020 today.
Semiconductors have been taking a shit.
That too. Yeah.
I mean, look at Nvidia. Nvidia's like 115. Nvidia got clipped too.
Yeah, everything.
I mean, Nasdaq has the worst day since 2022. The S&P 500 was down 2% for the first time in 356 trading sessions, which is roughly like 17 months.
Yeah.
The first 2% drawdown in 17 months?
Yeah, almost a year and a half. It's crazy.
Like that's what I call a resilient market. It's just a market that doesn't want to go down. I mean, we are heading into the time of year where, you know, all the politicians are going on vacation and everyone's going on autopilot. It's just that time of the year where, you know,
starting out a little earlier.
Usually take a shit.
Yeah.
You know, for lack of better words. But stocks usually, you know, end of July, August, September, little rocky. Always a little rocky. So just be careful out there. If you're playing earnings, you already know how we're playing it. 70-30. Choose your side and let it rock. But, man, let's take it back to Chipotle. Chipotle reported and up 10%. Full-blown swing. Full-blown swing up.
I mean, I think...
While the whole market is getting clipped. The whole market's down, and Chipotle's just like, yo, you know what, guys? We've been down for like a month straight. Like, literally, every day we look at Chipotle, down.
Yeah.
Like, even when we did the episode about Chipotle, I was like, hey, guys, it might go below 50, but that's like extreme circumstances.
Yeah. I mean, we were saying it was a good buy.
I mean, I literally said it all throughout the 50s. Once it got to the low 50s, you want to nibble up and, you know, build positions. And
I bought like 30 shares today. Just spent a little like $2,000 in there, like something. Like,
like
a little bit.
Right. What did we put on the Chipotle trade? It was like 24.67 to be exact.
Yeah.
Like the Discord. Shout out to the Discord. Everybody got all the plays and seeing how much we put up today.
I mean, it's just crazy, bro, how like we went through such a long time of trading that now we have the invest ethics and we've got to this point this week, and it's like, man, Tesla didn't go how we wanted to, and the old us would have lost all of our money. So the 70-30, I mean, of course we use the IV
do not
strategy.
Buy naked calls, you know that. No naked,
Zero.
No spread, no naked calls, no naked puts.
When do you
do the spreads?
Like, when do you hear of a trade going on? It's like, well, I bet this direction, yet I didn't lose all my money. It's like, that's what our friend Tony Boost, a.k.a. Anthony Almaver, has developed here, and we're just putting it into implementation.
I mean, it's just a conservative bet, you know. Maybe if you would have bought some, like, let's say if you would have bought some naked 54s right now, would have got the naked 54 for like $2, and, you know, maybe if Chipotle's at 58, you'll make it'll go up 150%. But the spreads right now, the spreads we have, if Chipotle holds above 57, we're looking at 200% return. And a 100% return on the investment, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not looking to make the most money. We're looking to make money and mitigate our risk, and that's just what we're all about. If you guys enjoy naked calls, naked puts, that's up to you guys. I mean, we don't recommend it.
Love touching that mic, man.
Yeah, man.
Touching.
Nah, man, it's a beautiful. What kind of mic is this? A Shure?
Yeah.
Shure, that's what you call it?
Yeah. Not bad.
What are these, like $800 mics?
I don't even know.
He's like, I don't remember. I know it was 7-something plus tax.
I was like, I want the best quality. So
the best quality. Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna look at the price.
I mean, we like quality.
But I mean, honestly, we might do that for the things that we like to buy. But as far as like the Discord and the trades we do, we really don't come from a place of like greed. Like, I want it all. Like, we really try to be sustainable. We try to hold ourselves accountable to the rules, and we're gonna hold ourselves accountable to anyone that follows us. Like, we're here to give you guys value, even if you're just tuning into the podcast. Like, hey, You don't got to give us any money. We're just going to still give you value. And that's like the cool part. But for the people like our good friend Steele that followed us today, like, you know,
oh yeah,
he really made some money today.
I mean, Steele jumped into he jumped into the Tesla trade yesterday without puts, and we were like, no, gotta have puts. And you know, we made sure that we held his hand today, and now look, got all his money back and then some.
Yeah, look at every lesson like a blessing.
We're like ones, we take accountability. So if we feel like you're in the Discord and you're doing something wrong or you're not keeping up, we're gonna make it personal.
We hopped on a 30-minute call with him today just to go over, and we were explaining him our logic.
Shout out to Steele. I spoke to him for 30 minutes.
It was cool. It was
about
so
like
fun
the understanding of call debit spreads, put credit spreads, and I explained to him about implied volatility and what that means. And you know, we just went along. He had a few questions. I answered everything, and you know, we did it all for free $99. We didn't ask him for anything. You know, if you're a member in our Discord, that's all you need to be to get our help. Like, be a member of the Discord. Shout out to everyone who signed up already. We have those first lucky 25 that got them for free, and now people are paying $24.99.
We did have somebody today buy a gold membership. So
my friend Sean Fields.
I thought it was
Sean and, I mean Sean and a few other people, but you know, hey, like I think there's still like 60 something spots on that $24.99. So, like, you know, like, you guys got time. Next week is a pretty big week for earnings. So it's like, if you guys are really looking for trades, or you've been in the Discord and you didn't make any trades the first 2 trades, just wanted to see what we're doing, next week's going to get pretty heavy.
AMD, Microsoft,
like, we're putting
Apple,
up the bag.
Amazon, like,
and the chip sector is getting clipped. So I can't help but think AMD is going to go back above 160. And we're still going to put the 70-30 on.
We're always playing 70-30. Like, guys, we were just talking before we got on camera. Like, we're going to, like, whether we write a book or we, like, write something about this, like, I'm going to put resources just in the Discord for this, because I believe, like, these need their own, like, designated, you know, things to people to reference to. Like, the invest ethics, yes, it says it, but the people actually have to look like, no, like, this is the 70-30, like, I mean, it's very simple, though. No, you know, it's like, it's really not that hard, but it's all about execution. It's just like the knowledge of life. Bro. Yeah, you can have all the knowledge, but if you don't execute it, the 70-30 is not going to mean anything.
We had all the intuition in the world that Chipotle was going to go up, but we still didn't go 100% in calls, 0% in puts. We still made sure we put a 30 on the bottom and put the 70 up, because we believed it was going up. So
are we upset that we knew it? It's like, no, like, because why? This is the structure, how we play, so that we know when we play like this, we believe we have like an unfair advantage almost playing like this, because it's like, we know that we're not gonna go down.
You know, like, I'm not gonna take it there, but
I wouldn't. You know how I mean
behind the scenes. Yeah. That's exactly what.
Like, it seems like that.
That's exactly what it is, man.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I never used that sound before.
I know. I was waiting for you, like, no, but I mean, all jokes aside and stuff, you know, I said it before. No matter how confident you are about a trade, no matter what the setup looks like, you know, just make sure you always cover your ass, because you just don't know. You can't see an earnings report before the earnings report comes out. Only the CEO has that info, right? So unless you're best friends with the CEO of the company that's about to report,
you don't know.
Yeah, right? And it's like genuinely don't know. You might have hints of everything and stuff, but as like retail traders and stuff, you're not gonna have access to any of that information.
And it's like the person you become, which is like, it's just like how Jim Rohn says that, like, it's not about what you get, it's about who you become. And by us playing 70-30, we might not become the most rich, but the type of person we become by like having this type of discipline to the strategy is like, wow, like, we're really like making ourselves better people as we're making more money, and that's the most ideal.
It's all about the person that you become.
Yeah,
like, you know,
we don't care about like the money is cool.
It's all about having a rich mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, rich minds. Yeah. Those shirts are also on the website, guys. There's only like limited amounts left. So
you know, I like to rock a lot of the merch. Just throw it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I always rock a hat. You know, I'll be out today, even at Chipotle when they ask me. I'm like, yeah, here's the YouTube. Right there. I'm repping it every day, all day.
Yeah, like, you know that. I mean, we're like.
I mean, even
we're pretty much all over the internet right now with this Max stuff and everything.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that.
Shout out to Retire on Dividends. We know there's a bunch of people have been subscribing from his page. Shout out to him again.
Yeah, literally. He shouted us out on the YouTube, so we're always going to shout him out, man. Like but we haven't really touched on Yield Max, but we've been having so much other stuff going on, but I know but
I mean the premise is the same, right? Like take your 6, 7, 8% every month, collect it, and live the life you want.
MSTY was at $24 about a month ago, and now it's at $30. So I'm like super ecstatic about that because I realized crypto was in a little messed up place. Still kind of is, but it's definitely recovered since, especially with the Ethereum ETFs. They just put it right. They came out this week, right? Yesterday?
They got approval.
Approval. Yeah, they didn't come out. Yeah. Which, the market's going to take that.
That was big for Ethereum, but Ethereum kind of went down today anyway. I think once it starts, the actual ETF starts to trade, that's when you're gonna see the inflows into Ethereum. If you see Ethereum dipping off now, it's once the ETF starts collecting money and is open for trade, that's when you're gonna see it because all the inflows are coming in. And trust me, they're gonna be more buyers than they have Ethereum. That's why the price keeps going up because it's a supply and demand thing.
Yeah, I mean even to go off topic really of I'm just thinking about Tesla how.
Well, Tesla got clipped.
We had almost we psyched our intuition out, but I think
we knew it was gonna go down.
We read
but
the CNBC.
We just didn't want to be Tesla bears. We didn't want to be those guys. Yeah. But then that's when we figured out hey,
we were supposed to lose so that we could really sit here and be hey, you know what, the 70 we tested the 70-30. The first trade was the real test of the 70-30. And even the auto sales I think went down 7%. The revenue they still things,
when these large caps are up 60, 70, 80% in 2-3 months, probably one earnings report, they're probably going to take a dip.
Probably. We should play it as such.
It's a high probability.
Well, next week's going to give us a real good test to see that. Because when we look at the charts of everybody.
Next week is going to be good because I think a lot of things are going to go up next week.
Especially how the Nasdaq.
The market just got clipped. They just threw it off a roof.
Yeah.
They just threw the market in front of a bus.
Yeah.
It's like someone, literally just picking up the market,
yeah,
and letting it get hit by a bus. Because the Nasdaq was down over 3%. The S&P's down over 2%, and the Dow's down over 1%.
Nuts, yeah.
So it's everything was down across the board. Tesla, and then look, Chipotle still ripped up.
Tesla played a big part.
Spotify held its weight. Because sometimes after earnings, when these companies just jump up 10, 15%, they hold.
Yeah.
For the most part, they hold. So anytime you see a big company go up 10, 15, 20% after earnings, chances are it's gonna probably go up the rest of the day. Yeah. They like to hold. Unless it's
nobody's just gonna park their money somewhere and then take it out.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's because sometimes it happens. A company goes up 5-10% after earnings, and then throughout the day they sell it all. Yeah. But that all depends on the chart setup and what's going on. With this kind of market, how everything's just down, down, down. Seeing Chipotle rip up was just amazing.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to at all.
Yeah. And we seen it holding that 51.
Know.
Yeah, we seen it hold $51. It's it's holding 51 because we were expecting it to break 51 today on the downside. Mm-hmm. And I was telling Steve hey, maybe it goes. I could see Chipotle going 49.89, 49.95, and then just ripping back up. And he's for real? He's yeah. So we waited, but it got down to 51 and change, and
we wait till the end of the day anyway to really get the options, just to let the data kick off
and stuff like that. We'll probably nibble around 2 p.m. and then we'll finalize all the positions by 3 p.m. because we want most of that theta to tick off.
Bye.
Theta is one of the Greeks that you should know about if you're doing short-term contracts. We have a whole episode on that, and also cited Robinhood on that. So, that's a good episode for you to watch. We got some good clips there. Yeah, man.
Linking in the bottom.
So, there's a lot of good stuff going on in the market. Next week is filled with big times earnings from big companies. We got Meta. We got
AMD, Microsoft.
Apple.
Yeah. You said Amazon?
Yeah,
I think,
yeah. Apple, Amazon. Yeah, there's so many big names reported next week.
I think MicroStrategy might be the next week after.
Shake Shack's next week, too.
Yes, they are. They're actually before the bell.
And Shake Shack's getting clipped. So, I can only imagine. I could see Shake Shack jumping up 10%.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna play it.
Don't like quote me on it, but we're gonna play it. And if the implied volatility is 5% again, then guess what? We're gonna play it within the 5% range, and if it goes above that, then we got a winner chicken dinner.
How are you gonna know about the implied volatility? Just hop on us with the Discord, man. That's all you gotta do. Hop in the
Discord, or just watch some of the YouTube videos and the clips we have. We have clips that this is valuable information. You can Google these things. You can go on Investopedia. You can actually a finance professor if you're in college for business. You know what I mean? You can ask around, man. Like everything that I'm gonna talk about, it's really textbook definition. It's really a lot of stuff that I learned in school, and the application of all these strategies. We've put our money behind it. This table right here between me and this guy, we have millions and millions of dollars in option trades.
Literally.
And we're very young, and we're still getting much better. We're fine tuning everything. And this is why we started the Discord, because we feel like at this point we're providing so much value to ourselves with these trades that it's time for us to provide value to other people.
We want to help people get no.
It's like but it's like we've had the opportunity to work with some big people, but just like I said before, they wanted us to go at higher price points. Do $200-$300 a month for the Discord. Do $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for consultations, and it's not a route that we want to do. Is it a route that would have been lucrative and would have made us social media famous or influencers immediately? Yeah,
probably for sure. Yeah,
but we rather just stick to the small grind, build it up with people that we know from our neighborhoods, people we grew up with, people we went to school with, people we used to work with.
And even people that are just like us all around the country, all around the world.
And we want people who are trying to build up all around the world. This is what we're aiming for. And we're just touching the tip of the iceberg, because next week is going to be really ridiculous. We have Snapchat coming up.
Snapchat too. Yeah,
ridiculous. Snapchat's getting clipped.
Yeah, there's so many plays for next week.
There's so many plays for next week. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not gonna put a cash amount on how much we're gonna make, but there's definitely some plays where we can make some decent cash piles, and
it's all about the process. We're gonna play the 70-30. That's the most enjoyable part. Just we were actually able to stay disciplined to this, even though we were making a bunch of money. We were still able to stick true to our morals, stick true to the ethics, because it's easy for us to sit here now we just won one trade. Even next week, if we win and win and win, it's easy to do that. When you start gaining your momentum, and then you realize you have a lot of money, it's so easy to forget about what got you there, because you're like, well, I got here. Now I can bend the rules a little bit.
We've been here so many times.
We've been here so many times that we bent the rules. Trust me, I'm not bending. I'm going to make sure my man don't bend, and we getting there.
We've been here so many times. We've made 20, 30, 40 grand on trades. We've lost 20, 30, 40 grand on trades. You know what I mean? We've had some big $50,000, $60,000 months, and we've also lost $50,000, $60,000 in a month. So it's we're here talking from experience. We're here being extremely humble about it, and this Discord is as cheap as you can get.
Two drinks. We were gonna say it every episode, right?
Yeah, we're gonna say it every episode, man. It's a drink, tax and tip in Manhattan. So you're buying me a drink. I appreciate it. Because WAP is taking 30% anyway?
Something like that, yeah. So it's
it's 20, 25, and then we get $17.50.
Something
so
like that.
So it's really you're buying me a drink, and I gotta add the tax and tip myself.
Yeah. So it's like.
But no. But nonetheless, we're aiming to provide extreme value to people that want to learn how to trade, and people that believe into what we're doing and stuff. So.
Visionaries. We're here for y'all.
We're literally here for the visionaries, the people that are trying to take a little something and make it into, a comfortable spot for themselves without breaking the bank on Discords or
classes,
all these social media gurus with no finance degrees.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. There's a lot of people that I looked up, and I'm like, man, you do this with options, or
it's yo, bro, you
talk
went
about
to a bullshit school.
You don't even got a finance degree. I don't got a finance degree, but I'm with someone that's got one, so it's I'm an honorable mention finance degree.
By the time we done with this Discord in a few years, and by the time we're done with this podcast in a few years, Steve will probably have a PhD from Temple in the options department.
Hey, yeah.
Theoretically, please, don't quote
theoretically.
me on it.
I think it'd be cool to just touch on Tesla, because I was like, that really brought the Nasdaq down today, and I think a lot of people are like, I mean, think about all the people we seen yesterday on CNBC
think about
talking.
it, bro. Like TSL clipped.
Yeah, I lost a lot.
So like, what do you do here? We own shares. We're gonna buy.
Well, even somebody from ARK was talking to the guy on CNBC, and he's like, well, she's like, yeah, I see like Tesla really getting up there, because look at what Uber's doing. She's like, how are they going to do it when Uber already has it established? And he's like,
the robotaxi date is October 10th. We have a date now.
Yep.
We have a firm date.
And she's still like, they're going to be able to, in 5 years, that's going to make 90% of their revenue. It's crazy to even think about, even if it gets to like 50%, 40%.
I mean, you have to look at the premise. You have to really look at what Tesla's doing. Tesla is going to create a robo-taxi in America. They're already doing this in China. Because Chinese regulators,
they might have it by the end of the year, he said.
Chinese regulators are like, yo, Elon, do whatever the hell you want over here. like Shanghai is yours.
Yeah.
So they're like, Elon, they don't want to let you do it in America? Come over here, do it.
We got you.
Do it for the people of China. There's over 1 billion people over there. They could use robo-taxis.
Hell yeah.
Just as much as us, if not more.
Yeah.
Because there's more people, right? So once they start to do this, right, the objective for Tesla is to beat the price per mile on Uber, right?
Yeah. If
Uber's price per mile is $2, which that's what it is, you can go do your research. Always do your own research. Number 9. If Tesla comes in like, hey, we're going to do the same thing Uber's doing. We're going to create a platform, the Tesla app, and it's going to allow you to do ride sharing. It's going to allow you to essentially book a Tesla to pick you up and take you wherever you want with no driver. So you don't even have to worry about anyone talking to you, bothering you, hitting on you.
How's your day going?
Yeah. Nothing. You don't have to, ladies don't have to worry about nothing. Guys don't have to worry about nothing. And then Elon comes in like, oh, Uber's doing it for $2? All right. Knowing Elon, knowing the monster and the animal that he is in the business world, he's going to be like, all right, let's do it for $1.50 a mile. That right there is just going to immediately it's just going to take market share from Uber.
Yeah, but even at first, people are going to be like, might not notice like that, but then you get the word of mouth like, yo, why don't you just take a robotaxi? It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's right, because if it's $2 a mile on Uber and Elon comes in at $1.50, that's 25% cheaper. I don't know you, but if I'm taking $100 Uber and Tesla's offering it to me on their app for $75, guess what? I'm going with Tesla.
Yep.
Like easy. And then on top of that, sometimes I don't even like to be around people. So it's like, if I'm not in a mood where I don't want to speak to the driver, or I don't want anyone bothering me, and I just want to be in the back of the car on my laptop, on the back of the car chatting on my phone, I can do that freely without the driver trying to talk to me, without the radio on.
Yeah.
And like, I could do all these things without you. Like, so it's like, lie. Yeah, man, like we
still believe it.
Yeah, for Tesla is just massive.
Regardless of the sell-off, we still believe in it long term. Like, I even bought some more TSLO.
There's massive upside. TSL, look, for all of you that didn't buy TSL, when I was talking about it when it was 8 and change and it went up at to $16, I sold it around $15 because I knew it was going to come down at some point. But I figured it would hold 13, but it kind of slipped after earnings. Now it's at 11. This is a great entry point. Look, I bought Tesla calls for next Friday. Couldn't help it. I bought the $9.50 calls, the $10 calls, and the $10.50 calls naked.
Yeah, no, he's disrespecting.
Naked. No. I mean naked, because you know why? Because what you do is, right, when you're in these short-term calls sometimes, right, because there's people out there that want to talk about the nakeds, right? When you're in these naked calls, right, immediately when the stock spikes, you want to sell them at the high immediately. Like, you don't want to wait to see if they go higher, because the data is going to kill you.
We ain't going to talk about, like, but that's some Tony's own thing.
No, but it's just the whole point is that we have people that talk about nakeds. Yeah. So let's talk about the benefits of nakeds while they're there, right? When you are buying nakeds, you want to buy it and sell on the immediate uptick. Once it's up, you take your money and go. You do not sit and wait. If you do that, you will lose money every time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And even investing in TSLL, guys, like we said, like, that's not really something to invest in long term unless you really know, like, the
listen, if you believe in Tesla.
Yeah. Well, just know the risks that come with that and do your own research. Yeah, like, honestly.
Just buy it up,
I'm not going to tell you to just blindly do it.
Like Tesla on the dip, buy it up, bro.
Yep. Next week is
This is a quick 29 minutes in and out.
Next week is earnings season, guys. So tune into the Discord. The link's down below.
So many trades next week. So many trades, bro.
We out.
Going ape on them.
Peace.